Durant an MVP, multiple championships, but he continues to add new wrinkles to his game and takes pride in that part of his game.
Yeah, last year it was the two-way play and the defense in the first 2.5 months of the year. They faded off. That whole team, I think, got tired. I asked some of the Warriors about it last year, just why they get tired when, you know, it wasn't like 17 was that grueling. They kind of rolled through the league. But I think it's just day-to-day, the bullseye being in the spotlight. Every arena you go to.
Best punch every game.
Yeah, you're going into Charlotte. It's the highlight of Charlotte's season to play you, and I think it does wear those guys down. I think the next step with him would be, can he evolve into a stretch five? What could he be Al Horford, basically, and take all the Draymond minutes when Draymond's not playing and just be the other five?
How many stretch fives are in the NBA? Can you count them on one hand, or think of them?
It's the Al Horford, and there's not many. There's not many. But, I mean, a 7-foot guy who's one of the best, like, 8 shooters of all time is your stretch five. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Can Jokic shoot the three? He's got an outside shot, doesn't he?
Unfortunately, Jokic stretches the other team's point total when he's out there. So he's a stretch the other team's total to 120 defender.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Moore and Mirotic are the forward pair. And it's Davis in at the 5. Home in the paint. Here's Green. Here's Moore. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Denver. Here's Holiday. That's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Curry. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Now Durant. Jones trying to get open.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
Knocks it loose. Warriors have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Curry gets the bucket.
Getting down the floor quickly, this is a huge part of the offensive attack that this team deploys, and Steph was wide open.
Mirotic with it. Now Green defending. Back to Moore. And Jones pulls it down.
Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. There's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were, and what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? And this is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming, the summer of 2016. We knew the cap was going to jump. And they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team. He wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. And, Bill, we were discussing how teams are constructed in recent years. The changes in 2016 to cap space. How Kevin Durant landed with the Warriors.
I see the analogy that, it's like stacking a pickup game and just grabbing the best 4 guys and just beating people on a pickup court for 4 hours. But that's the thing. The league isn't a pickup game. The league, everyone operates by the same rules. And the Warriors,
everybody had a shot at him.
Everyone had a shot. The Celtics had a shot. He didn't even want to interview with the Lakers. The Knicks had cap space. They didn't have a chance. The Wizards had cap space. He was from Maryland. Didn't want to go there. So, I think the Warriors should get a little more credit for how smart they were with everything.
Payton outside. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. That one good for 2.
Such a great threat in the post, especially on smaller defenders. He can just see the rim from anywhere.
Payton dishes to Davis. Back to Payton. It's stolen by Curry. Thompson passes to Durant. Taken away by Holiday. From 13, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
I don't know how you contest AD's jump shot. I mean, look how tall he is and where he shoots it from. Nobody's bothering that.
Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
That free throw good from Thompson. Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but, you know, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about him from one play and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, yeah, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get out of my way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
And the basket is good.
Well, Steph Curry, one of the greatest shooters in the history of the NBA, but also a very gifted passer, great at finding his teammates.
Mirotic, a screen on Curry. Mirotic, the screen. Here's Davis. The shot that time, not on target. And Golden State will come the other way, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits, make sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Bill, we've seen the NBA take steps to amend the draft lottery. Any further changes that you might recommend?
The biggest thing I would do is I just don't think you should be able to finish in the top 3 2 years in a row. I think there has to be some sort of schmuck insurance for the rest of the league. I'm fine rewarding the one bad season, but when you're just continuously bad, the year that Cleveland, when they won the lottery 3 out of 4 years, I just thought that was a travesty.
Just didn't feel right, did it?
No, it's just wrong. There's 30 teams in the league, and you have a team that really blows the LeBron James era and just surrounds him with the wrong people, and he leaves, and then really can't stay out of its way for the next couple of years, and they just keep getting the #1 pick. I don't agree with that. I think that's bad. I also thought it was bad that Philly was able to get #3 and #1 in back-to-back years, and it's bad that the Celtics were able to get the 3rd pick and then the 1st pick. So that would be the one thing I would do. I don't think it should. I don't think you should be able to successfully fail for multiple years.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
A moment here to check out Kevin Durant. Great showing for him last season. He was around 26 points a game last year, 7 rebounds and 5 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Warriors leading by 11. Thompson outside. Green, the screen. And Thompson kicks to Green. Over Moore.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Mirotic sets the screen for Holiday. Mirotic the screen. Payton with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, you know, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the three ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the three things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other two things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, you know, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
Good on the second free throw. And Bill, in talking about the connection between pop culture, sports, and basketball during your career, through it all, you've always been a writer, though, haven't you?
Always been a writer. Only that was the only child of me. The thing is, though, I would have watched more basketball, but basketball wasn't on. You know, I try to explain this to people, how lucky they are to be able to watch.
They can't believe these finals were tape delayed.
Well, but think about the day-to-day, right? Like Magic Johnson. I feel like I saw his whole career, but I really didn't. Like, his first couple years in LA, I think CBS was only showing like 6 or 7 regular season games.
On Sunday afternoons.
In the playoffs, they would bump them off.
Yep.
USA, I think, got the contract in maybe 1982, but for the most part, like, I love George Gervin. I probably saw him play in person twice, and I saw him on TV maybe 10 times, 12 times. And now I could watch Giannis every day. And if Giannis dunks, I could see it on Twitter 5 minutes later, 5 seconds later. So I think people are lucky. You guys should appreciate how lucky you are out there.
Davis on the follow.
Yeah, you think you have AD rooted out, but he can use his length and use his size and get another rebound.
Passes it to Durant. And he converts the layup. Durant's got 8 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Moore in the corner, fires for 3, buries it from 3-point range. Bill, Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, the WNBA, the G League. A pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Kevon Looney is checked in for Jones. Randall's checked in for New Orleans. Hill comes in for Ejuan Moore. Randall. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Thompson against Holiday. Floats it up for Randall. It's stolen by Green. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Payton against Curry. Hill has the open look. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Hill's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Warriors leading by 5. It's Durant on the wing. Got it. Good job in the low post.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Hill sets the screen for Payton. Hill kicks to Davis. Picked by Randall. Davis using the pick. The shot will not fall. And Golden State will come the other way. Here's Green, and Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection. Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And he makes that one.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Pass to Durant. Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offer scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo?
Esports.
No offense to the water polo players,
no.
but come on.
These kids
let's
love
move
it.
with the
They
times.
cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
The pass to Green. Back to Curry, and there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with some changes. Jordan Bell's checked in for Draymond Green. Livingston comes in for Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Curry. Now here's Livingston, guarded by Holiday. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
The Warriors shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Durant.
And the all-star Kevin Durant, a slender, quick-footed forward. He's added a bit of physicality and defensive presence to his game the last couple of years.
Davis sets a screen. Payton right side. Kicks it to Davis. Outside Holiday. Shot clock reset for New Orleans. Hill left side. Davis sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. Tries yet again. And finally they hit one. Davis has got 14.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Here's Durant, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Anthony Davis, jaw-dropping player, making his case for the best player in the NBA.
He was after the All-Star break, he was the best player in the league the rest of the regular season. I think his ceiling is the highest. You know, I was comparing him to Duncan. I wrote a piece last year for The Ringer about him versus Duncan. Like, he's already had more 40-point games in his career than Duncan has. And Duncan played 3 times longer than he did. He's throwing up games casually that are bouncing off us now. Be like, oh, did you see Anthony Davis last night? 48 points and 22 rebounds.
Yes.
Like, oh, cool. Anybody else in the league, you'd have a heart attack. So
You just hope he can stay healthy.
yeah, and he was healthy last year.
Yes, he was, and we saw what happened.
And Drew Holiday made a big jump, which really helped him. When the Celtics were in the Kawhi trade talks last year, for me, it was like I would much rather wait to see if there's a chance for Davis. Because Davis might be the most talented player in the league right now.
Here is Cook, covered by Payton. Fires from 14. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Randall's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Davis, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Pretty surprised he missed that shot. The defense was decent, but not really a factor.
Here is Cook, covered by Payton. Back to Livingston. Over Holiday. Over Hill. Durant, no good.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
Here's Randall. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's only a 5-point Warrior lead.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Warriors lead by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. All the great Golden State Warrior scores. Draymond Green spoke about feeding the hot hand.
I think there are times where one of the guys needs to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green, more often than not, is the one setting the table.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Yeah, so that disruption is helping out because it's leading to some easy chances on the other end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Livingston, Jonas Jerebko out there with Iguodala. Then there's Bell, and it's Cook in at the point. Holiday, the pass to Payton. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. 6 points for Alfred Payton.
Man, if Payton wants to stay in this league for a long time, that shot has to be more and more consistent. That's a good sign.
Here's Livingston from 13 feet. It goes down. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Outside Hill. Picked by Randall. Payton outside. Miller sets a screen for Payton. Rebounded by Bell.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Jerebko kicks to Iguodala. Livingston with it. Fade away. And he overshot that one, missing. Miller, the pass to Payton. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here is Cook, covered by Payton. Jerebko the screen. Here's Cook. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And the Warriors making a change here. Jones is checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Mirotic comes in for Hill. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Payton. And so Cook nails both of them. Pelicans trail by 8. Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Cook kicks to Jerebko. Here's the screen. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Jerebko the screen. Here's Livingston. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Livingston's got 6 points in the quarter.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Moore passes to Randall. Pass to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Moore. And the Pelicans miss again.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure. And a moment now to look at the stats for Holiday. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 19 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
That's good from Cook.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And so he hits both. Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to the Nuggets in Denver. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Pelicans.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
Moore dishes to Holiday. Randall outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, number 1. In third, the Pelicans.
It's all about the fast break with these two groups. I mean, they were terrific a season ago, playing at a breakneck pace.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Randall. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Cook kicks to Livingston. Over Moore. Moore with the steal. Inside. A floater. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Warriors leading by 9. Pass to Jones. Livingston with it. Moore's there. Baseline J on the way. No good on that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
No other way to put it. Defense was awful. Completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
Yeah, scanning the box score here, and you could just see the turnover differential failing to cause any sort of mistakes. And then on the offensive end, just a lack of focus.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the paint, and then Jones with the jam.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Pelicans trail by 9. And here's Holiday. He has 5. Outside Mirotic. Misses the 3. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Jones with the screen on Miller. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Screen by Jones. Shoots from the line. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
No good from Moore.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Urebka. Thompson comes in for Sean Livingston. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Cook. Iguodala outside. And Curry has it in the corner. The dish now to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Mirotic grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Iguodala kicks to Curry. On the wing, Green. Screen by Jones. Here's Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
That's a shot that Klay Thompson has perfected, a consistent catch-and-shoot guy.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. He's coming off an excellent season. First in free throw percentage, and with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And as you said, the league's best free throw shooter last season. What a tremendous asset, especially in clutch situations. Mirotic sets the screen for Holiday. His shot is good, scores his third basket in 6 tries, shooting 50%.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Curry passes to Thompson. Over Moore. Tries again. Jones lays it up off the glass. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
And Curry has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pelicans trail by 11. Randall outside. Mirotic with it. Jones covering. There's a screen to the inside. Randall no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Thompson misses. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Randall outside. Moore outside. Back to Randall.
Get through, get through.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Stephen Curry.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first one falls, and the Warriors with some changes. Kevon Looney comes in for Jones, and Kevin Durant subbed in for Andre Iguodala. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Anthony Davis is checked in for Randall. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Golden State with it. Outside Curry from 17 feet out. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Curry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Well, for New Orleans, shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Miller against Durant. Holiday, a screen on Durant. Mirotic, the screen. Davis, that's good, and it's Miller with the assist. 16 points for Anthony Davis.
There has to be some alteration in the game plan, but I don't think it's enough to shut down AD.
Green dishes to Durant. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Davis kicks to Holiday. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
He sunk that 3 in the first. Looks yet to make another one.
Curry passes to Green. Excellent D there from Mirotic. Pelicans trail by 11. To the paint. Here's Davis. Thompson with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter.
Oh, no, that happened.
Yeah. There's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Durant against Miller. He feeds it to Mirotic. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And that one falls for Mirotic.
I think Mirotic coming over from Europe has never lacked confidence that he could compete with the best in the world. He's had some good runs here in the early part of his NBA career, and he feels like he can knock things down from anywhere.
And so Mirotic nails both of them. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. Alfred Payton comes in for Drew Holiday. Payton against Curry. Davis sets a screen. Mirotic dishes to Payton. Outside Hill. Green against Mirotic. Shot clock at 5. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Anthony Davis, #1, and of course, Kevin Durant.
And when either of those guys are on the floor, that low post defense is immediately something their teammates don't have to worry about. That's a very comforting feeling.
Here's Looney. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
That's a clever play from the forward Mirotic as he capitalizes off the dribble.
Curry against Payton. Thompson sets the pick for Curry. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter. Pelicans trail by 11. Davis sets a screen. Mirotic, a screen on Curry. Curry against Payton. Mirotic, the screen. Great D that time from Green. Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Curry against Payton. Green with a screen on Hill. Elbow shot, and that one's good. Durant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
And Brent, always cool, isn't it, to hear what Bill's thinking? He comes at things from a variety of angles.
Yeah, the pop culture stuff and the bits from personal life and his interaction around the game. He certainly has a passion for basketball, and it's great that Bill's adding some color to the audience's experience.
Payton kicks to Moore. Shoots the 3. Green with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it. He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Thompson against Moore. He kicks to Davis. Great D that time from Green. And Thompson puts up a deep 3. No good that time. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, they had control in the first half. How were they able to do that?
Well, we turned the ball over, and our transition defense wasn't very good. We got to do a better job of executing, and we got to do a better job of just taking the shots that are available to us.
One thing at a time, get you back in. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, one thing about Kevin Durant, you know what you're going to get from him in most nights. But in the first half, you saw the full capacity of what he can provide. Great skills, great production, but also great leadership. Durantula!
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Pelicans trail by 13. When you look at the new requirements of the center, who really stands out as the prototypical pivot man?
Wow, I really think that Porzingis has shown some signs in the last two seasons. Now, it's been cut short. The first season, he really faltered in the second half of the year. And then last year, a devastating injury that's going to keep him out for quite some time. But some of the things that he's been able to show have me very intrigued about the potential of that position. Now, I know more guys like Clint Capella and the impact he had in Houston has been phenomenal. But Porzingis and that overall package still has me really intrigued, Kevin.
7-3, he becomes a very interesting subject, doesn't he?
He does, and that ability to shoot the basketball as well. Just think about it. When he plays with a qualified point guard to set some action up, it could be dangerous.
So for New Orleans right now, Moore and Mirotic are the forward pair. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. And it's Davis in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, Mirotic at his size, being able to stretch out and shoot the three becomes a huge floor spacer for this offense.
Pass to Durant. And the shot is good. Durant's got 25 points.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 11 points.
Great focus from Drew there. The D was all over him, but it didn't seem to affect his focus. Gets that bucket to go.
Curry passes to Durant. Moore with the steal. And here comes Moore leading the fast break. E'Twaun Moore, someone, Brent, who bounced around early in his career, but has still found a way to be a big contributor.
Yeah, and I think that the fit for E'Twaun Moore, having AD, he can kind of stay in the background and get shots off where he's open, his feet are set, and you can see that trend in his field goal percentage that's coming into the league. Last year had a phenomenal year shooting the ball.
That free throw missing.
Well, effective ways that E'Twaun Moore can score. He's had some very good shooting years and is going to find his way to the free throw line here.
And he's good on the second. And trying to defend the Warriors. All that motion. Brent, how tough is that to defend?
Well, it kills you, Kevin, because it's not like you know if you give up an open shot, it's going to go in. That happens with most of the NBA. It's the fact that maybe you're 2 feet away or 6 inches away from getting a steal, and that play costs you, and it just keeps coming at you for 48 minutes. Those devastating shooters, all of that movement, really tough to guard, and everybody in the league's having their troubles with it.
And Davis can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 14. Here's Durant. That misses off the backboard. Moore against Durant. And Moore kicks to Payton. New Orleans moving the ball around. Outside, Davis. Back to Payton. Green with the block.
I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
That one goes. Count it. 10 points for Klay Thompson.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category.
Timeout.
Ball movement has been flawless.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, Pelicans a much better team last year than they've been in the past. Still have some areas to address before maybe they become a home court advantage team or a top 4 seed. But the number one thing is they've got to get some more consistency in their outside game.
Julius Randle's checked in for Mirotic.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. Coming off a terrific season. Last year checking in at 28 points per game, 11 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And you talk about a difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
When you look at bigs, you talk to them about 2 key components: protect the rim and pound the glass. And intimidation, that helps too.
Durant, that's good.
Now, Draymond Green patient enough to know when his teammates are running around, at some point one's going to break open, then he finds them.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Davis. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Warriors leading by 19 points. Thompson passes to Green. Moore against Durant. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Down low, here's Davis. Over Jones. Up and in from the low block. And that's now 18 points for Anthony Davis.
Well, one of the surest things in the NBA right now is Anthony Davis, the ball inside, and him converting 2 points.
Green passes to Curry, and the shot goes in. Curry's got 21 in the game.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Picked by Randle. And Moore kicks to Davis. They set the pick, and that one drops for him. 20 points for him.
Defense maybe got away with a foul there, but AD too good for their best efforts with that shot.
Thompson outside. Green with a screen for Thompson. Misses the 3. Pelicans trail by 17. Moore passes to Holiday. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Thompson. As much as Drew Holiday can contribute on the offensive end, Brent, with his scoring and playmaking, he's also a very capable defender.
Well, he's more than capable. He is one of the better defenders at that position. And the more years Drew Holiday has in the league, the more he's got a notebook of what it is guys like to do and the things he can take away. Great hands, great lateral movement, and last year showed up in a big way defensively for Alvin Gentry.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And New Orleans also making a change. Miller's checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, the defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
Payton kicks to Randall. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Randall. Brent, do you think individual defense is getting easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators of combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on what a guy is doing in terms of his total impact defensively.
So the eye test is not out of style.
I don't think so. I think we're getting better at the defensive metrics that are being used, Kevin, and I think that clearly we can see with some of the best wing defenders in the league, a Robertson, a Covington, that they're able to control their man, a Kawhi Leonard. They're able to impact the game defensively, but how are we quantifying that? We need to get better with it.
To the inside, Looney passes to Bell. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Outside Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Now the pass to Looney. Some nice passing by Golden State here. They set the pick. Now here's Livingston. T right on him. Just 5 on the clock. From the stripe. And too long on the shot.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Randall left side. And Holiday has it in the corner. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Anthony Davis is second.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Warriors leading by 14. Livingston kicks it to Looney. Livingston up top. He has 6.
Shaun Livingston has had such a remarkable comeback career and one of the more unique players in the league. At 6'7", plays really a true point guard position, but very rarely do you ever see Shaun Livingston getting away from shots on the floor where he knows he can be devastating. 10 to 12 feet, back to the basket, up over the top of guys. Just a really unique set of skills from Shaun Livingston.
That free throw missing.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
And the Warriors with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. And it's Kevin Durant in for Andre Iguodala. And a change for the Pelicans. Hill's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Now Holiday, 13 points in the game. It's rebounded by Golden State. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Livingston, not really a three-point shooter, but Brandy does so many other things to help you win.
It really doesn't get up into guys physically, but is out there with his smarts defensively to be versatile, to be able to switch. I love when Shaun has a little bit of a launch pad on offense to get to the rim and get up and throw down some dunks. Just such a steadying force coming off the bench for the Warriors in the past few seasons. That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
And it's Green missing. Pelicans trail by 15. Randall dishes to Payton. Picked by Randall. Payton passes to Randall. Shot clock at 6. Looking to get it going. It's blocked.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
And it's Cook missing.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Inside. And Miller with the basket on the assist from Payton.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Cook kicks to Durant. Over Hill. Green. Great positioning on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 15.
More of an instinctual play right there from Draymond. Just anticipated that. He knows where that miss is going. Look, his guys don't miss much, but he gets the ones they do.
Payton passes to Randall. That shot off, and Golden State will go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role, and that night it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity, everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Taken away by Holiday. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Over Green. That one off the back iron and out.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
And the call will be against Darius Miller. That's foul number 2 for him. Stephen Curry's checked in for Cook. Mirotic is checked in for the Pelicans. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter of the game. You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
And he makes the first.
You just got to be so careful when guarding Durant, because if you put him on the line, he's going to make you pay.
Durant hits them both.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
Here's Green. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Warriors lead by 19.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Was shot by Payton, no good. Brent, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those 2 guys in place.
Green with a screen on Payton. Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Payton against Curry. Payton outside. Kicks to Randall. Just 4 to shoot. And Looney sends it back. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Here's Moore. Shoots over Curry. Misses off the left iron. And so it's the Golden State Warriors controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back to the action after this word. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
We just got to do a better job of executing, okay? And then we got to get back, guys. I mean, we got to be sprinting back.
Well, Greg, he doesn't sound pleased with his team's transition defense.
And you can't fault him. I mean, Coach Gentry really fighting to get his team more engaged.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Thompson and Durant fill out the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with Jones, and it's Curry in at the point. That's the Warriors' 5. Guys are slimming down, it seems, Brent, to play at a faster pace. And we hear more and more players are using a plant-based diet now.
vegan-style players.
Maybe not quite to that extent, but they are certainly very, very cautious about what they're putting in their bodies.
I think we just hear more stories about some of the things that players are trying in order to get themselves to their athletic peak. And one of those things, of course, one of the most important things is the fuel that you're going to put into your body, because that's your only tool. So I think guys just pay a little bit more attention to how it is they're feeding the system.
Thompson against Moore. That one, no good. Good D by Thompson.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Jones with it. At the elbow, Green. Clock at 6. And it's Durant, that time on the assist from Green. And that's now 33 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Hill sets the screen for Payton. Mirotic, a screen on Durant. Hill kicks to Randall. Payton outside. Mirotic, the screen. Payton attacking. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many questioned whether a trim might be in order.
2 shots.
We'll see.
2 shots.
That's good from Payton.
Well, many people had some high expectations for Alfred Payton when he was drafted 10th in 2014. His offensive game has come along nicely. He sees the floor. He scores on the inside. I don't think he'll ever be a perimeter threat. And defensively, he could be a little bit more active.
Davis is checked in for the Pelicans. And he can't hit the second.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
And Brent, as you mentioned, as good as Payton has made himself with the ball in his hands, his defense is holding him back.
Yeah, and some of those areas of weakness are easily addressed. You just can't get yourself out of position by overthinking possessions or gambling too much. It's just not a good way to go. So as much as you're the lead guard with the ball, sometimes defensively as a lead guard, you can set the tone for a defensive possession. Payton needs to learn that.
Durant, the pass to Thompson, over Moore. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Davis against Jones. Davis kicks to Payton. There's the pick. Pass to Moore, launches it. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
The screen from Thompson. Durant dishes to Thompson. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself. Last year in Treviso, for the first time, the NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Davis sets a screen. Payton kicks to Mirotic. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And here are the Pelicans now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
Curry kicks to Durant. Outside, Jones. Back to Durant. And another basket for Golden State.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Payton outside. Pass to Davis. Back to Payton. It's stolen by Green. To the middle. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. The shot comes out.
A highlight reel play all the way. Just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
Payton against Curry. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. Thompson passes to Curry. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And they double up Davis. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. To the paint. Here's Holiday. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 21. He kicks it to Green. And Mirotic sends it back. Holiday against Thompson. With the second effort. Offensive rebound. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Pass to Durant. There's the three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 43 points for Kevin Durant.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the three ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players physically?
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
Payton against Curry. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent has decimated.
What do you call that?
I don't have a term for it.
Okay.
I don't like the one that's used, so
Yeah.
I don't have a term for it. Let's just call it setting yourself up for the future, Kevin.
Looking ahead.
Yes, exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever get it. You do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some success for the fans who have they've had to bear a lot. So you root for them.
It's Durant on the wing. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got two pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one
recent
I played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh,
that guy.
23.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. And Steph Curry with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. New Orleans making some changes here. Miller's checked in for Moore. Ian Clark comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's Frank Jackson in for Payton. And here are the Pelicans now. There's the pick. Mirotic into the lane. Miller with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Now here's Jerebko, covered by Mirotic. Jerebko, the pass to Cook. A timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Down low, Jerebko dishes to Cook. And too long on the shot. New Orleans has gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Davis. It's rebounded by Livingston. Livingston's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
And you know Andre Iguodala, if he gets a few steps, takes off from the launching pad.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Davis sets a screen. Jumper off the screen. Miller, no luck.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Livingston kicks to Cook. There's the screen. Jerebko the screen. Now here's Livingston. 5 on the clock. Iguodala gets the bucket. Iguodala's got 4 points this quarter.
Iguodala is so skilled down low, playing his cards right that time and laying them on the table.
Davis sets a screen. Left side Jackson. The rebound by Cook.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
The pass to Livingston. Iguodala against Miller. Andre Iguodala again.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Davis setting the pick for Mirotic. And just miss after miss right now.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Here's Livingston, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
Livingston passes to Cook. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Andre. Good game for you and the team tonight. Is this a bigger win considering the team you beat?
I think it's just a good win, period. You know, we can't really think about who our opponent is. So it was a good matchup, good way for us to measure ourselves, and we got another big one Friday.
Always another game on the schedule, Dre. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.